course, when breaking news happens, you know we do have you covered here. We do want to go out right now. Senator Kim from New Jersey speaking at the State Department after the layoffs of more than 1,300 employees. Let's listen in.
Department official to be able to stand alongside you and fight for what it is that we were willing to put our lives on the line for, what we were willing to do to be able to serve this country. I still believe in the State Department, and I know you do too. So let's go out there and protect it. Thanks, everyone.
Wow. What a powerful bunch of speakers we have. I want to see something. How many people here have ever worked at the State Department? And how many people here got laid off today? All right. Thank you for being here. You could be going home or crying in a bar, but you're here with your colleagues, and we appreciate that. And I want to say, nobody gets to tell you whether you're a public servant or not. You know you're public servants, and I hope you will continue to be public servants. Speaking of lifelong public servants, I want to introduce Enrique Roig. Enrique is currently the Director of Policy at the Seattle International Foundation and former Deputy Assistant Secretary in the Bureau of Democracy, Human Rights, and Labor here at the State Department.
Can everybody hear me? Thank you, Senator Van Hollen and Senator Kemp, for being with us today to show solidarity. And I wish, it's good to see so many friends and colleagues. Obviously, I wish it was under different circumstances today. I, of course, had to be here to show my own solidarity and appreciation for all of you, the dedicated State Department employees, people who have spent their careers protecting American interest, who are now being arbitrarily fired, not for failing to do your jobs or because we don't need you, but because of what office you happen to be in at this moment. So let me be clear. That's not reform, that's sabotage. And who is leading this charge? Yes, Secretary Rubio. And by the way, where is he today?
Where is he?
He couldn't even be bothered to show some leadership and empathy for all of you being fired. Where is Marco? Marco, where are you? Where is Marco?
Marco Polo.
Where is Marco?
Where is Marco Polo?
This is the same person who never stops talking about threats from Venezuela, Cuba, Nicaragua, Iran, and China. But here's the thing, friends. You can't claim to defend democracy while you're defunding the department that actually defends it. You can't talk tough on authoritarian regimes and then fire the very people who've spent their entire careers standing up to them. This isn't about performance or values, it's about politics, and the cost is enormous. Meanwhile, China and Russia are filling the void. This is not just bad policy, this is malpractice. And I know that at the same time, this has very personal implications for all of you. After having lived and worked in high threat posts, sacrificed time with family, and lived through hardship after hardship, you're now being fired. That means facing economic uncertainty, losing health care, and figuring out childcare costs and how to cover rent and your mortgage. And so, friends, what message does that send? That if you serve your country too well for too long, you're expendable? This is the exact opposite of how we treat soldiers. When the Army closes a base, they reassign the troops. They don't fire them. But that's exactly what's happening here. We're throwing away decades of investment and experience. We're turning our back on people who have risked their lives for the American flag. And for what? To satisfy a political agenda. So this isn't just about saving jobs. It's about saving what those jobs represent. All of you here today, pushed out, have advanced American interests around the world under Democratic and Republican presidents alike. You are patriots. And the fact that you are being dismissed with zero regard for the law, for veterans' protections, or for common decency, it should outrage every single American. So let's be very clear. This is not how a serious country treats its civil servants and foreign service officers. This is not how a confident superpower defends its values. And this is not how we win the future. So I'm standing here today, not just in defense of you, but in defense of the America that I believe in, that we all believe in. One that values service, one that plays the long game, one that doesn't hand its global leadership over to adversaries without a fight. Because when we fire our diplomats and civil servants, we fire our future. So God bless all of you, and God bless America. Thank you.
Thank you, Enrique. Now I'm pleased to introduce Tom Countryman. Tom is, I guess he has fans in this crowd. Tom is the former Assistant Secretary of State for Non-Proliferation. Not so fun fact about Tom, he knows what it's like to get unceremoniously fired by this administration. He was actually fired by President Trump in the first week of his first term. Tom.
How's that? All of you who are here today have the most important job in America, that of citizen. So thank you for coming out to do your job. When I left this building 8 years ago, it didn't hurt me. I had had a full career full of challenges. But to see people at the peak of their contribution, at the peak of their intellectual prowess, still full of patriotism and ready to do public service, thrown on the street, and multiply that by 1,000, it's a dark day for an institution with one of the proudest histories in our country. I don't like to preach, but I do like to advise. And I would like to give 5 or 6 quick points for those who are going home today and not coming back on Monday. Good lessons, I hope, for all of us, born from my experience and that of others. Number 1, take some time off. Take a walk, go visit a beautiful park, hug your children, visit an old friend. Do not obsess for at least a few weeks with what you see happening around you. Build back your mental and your physical health. Number 2, do not sink into doom watching, doom scrolling, or any other time of overconsumption of news. You cannot drown your distress by increasing your consumption of distressing news. It doesn't work that way.
All right, everyone. That was the latest there from the State Department, as many coming to the aid there of the 1,300 employees that were let go at Rally happening right out in Washington, D.C.